Welcome, dear Lisa. I am very happy to have you here at the conference, and I would love to know more about you and your pathway. So please introduce yourself.
Yeah, hello, Christina. I'm very happy to be part of this conference, and greetings from the beautiful islands of Hawaii, where I live in the Bay of Dolphins and whales. And my healing journey to work with dolphins and whales took me in travels around the whole world. I traveled every continent searching for universal wisdom and truths after my upbringing was very conventional, like most people of my generation in the West, and I enjoyed it. It was good, but I was lacking in deeper tools to not only work mentally and professionally successful in the world, but to understand more about myself and the world, and how to do something with meaning and something with which I can aid the development of myself and people on this planet in this day and age. And that led me then to the dolphins and whales. I started studying shamanism and all over the world, oldest healing techniques of the world. And in these travels, a lot of times I was at the ocean, and then at some point I started already in my early 20s seeing dolphins and whales. And what started as, to me, seemed as a game, just enjoying being around dolphins and whales, developed into a very deep and profound healing tool and medicine, as we call it in shamanism. Medicine is not only a pill that you take, but of course also nature, animals, plants, being in nature. We are part of nature. We humans also are nature, and our being in nature connects us again with our own naturalness and our own connection to everything of which we are part of. And the medicine of the dolphins specifically, I found after a short time that just being around them, swimming with them in freedom, of course, free dolphins in the wild, within a very short period of time, minutes, half an hour, opened my heart, had me laughing, had me carefree and light. And with the other therapy types, it often took weeks and still didn't get me to that point. And with dolphins, just like this. And that is the medicine of dolphins and whales, is this very profound opening of the heart. Dolphins specifically, playfulness, lightness, where there is joy and play, there is no war, there is healthy being. Excuse me?
And peace.
A game, yes. And peace. Children, you watch children, I have 6-year-old twins. When you watch other children as well, they might argue, and then the next moment they say sorry, and it's all over, and they're playing again. It's not so serious. And this is also a very big part of the medicine of the dolphins, is just don't take it all so serious. Be a little lighter, laugh about yourself, and also laugh about others, and be a little bit more forgiving, easier.
Sounds amazing already. I really feel that you're living this. And I wanted to know, do you think it is possible for everybody to open up for dolphins and whales? Or maybe you'd like to share some more about it?
If they're open for it, absolutely. It's a fact that millions of people are drawn to dolphins and whales in this day and age in ecotourism. There is also, of course, dolphins in captivity. I'm not counting those, and I do not work with captivated dolphins. The dolphins that I take people to swim with and to encounter are completely free in the ocean. They're not fed, they're not trained, and we communicate with them on a nonverbal level, on a telepathic level. And just the other day, we had another hour-long swim with them. So yes, if people are open for this form and approach of healing, I think everybody can do it. We help them in the water, even poor swimmers. They get noodle support, swim noodle support from us. And it's not without reason that so many people, millions, are being drawn to dolphins and whales in the wild in this day and age to be touched by the lightness, the joy, the love that they project.
Great. And do you have any...
And I can't hear you now. Do I have any what? You're in Switzerland and I am in Hawaii.
Exactly. So I forgot my question, but you wanted to continue. Just continue.
Just continue. Yeah, if there is interest from anybody to encounter dolphins in this way, I have a homepage. It's www.lisarainbow.com. I'm also Lisa Biritz on Facebook, Twitter, Google, and I've written 5 or 6 books about shamanic healing, about healing with dolphins and whales, about shamanic fasting, just different subjects helping to make life more enjoyable and lighter. The path that I'm on is very down to earth for modern people in modern day life. It doesn't exclude that. Just to find a way to find more peace and meaning, joyfulness and lightness. Just to give you an example, for example, the dolphins, when you watch them in the wild, they swim at the surface, they're jumping around, they're spinning, they're very playful. And the next moment, they take a deep breath, they're mammals like we are, and they dive down deep, deep, deep. You can watch them then when you're in the water, diving down in formation, where it's very still, very quiet, very calm and introverted. And then the next moment after that, a few minutes later, they'll be jumping up again to the surface, playing, splashing, having fun. And this is one of their lessons, one of many medicinal lessons that they have for us, is also to shift our realities more flexibly, more playfully. We humans tend to be so on an agenda and so focused, and then we get caught up in something, we take it so seriously, and it's good to be serious. It's good to be serious about something, about your healing, about your life goal, but also remember in between to jump up and just play without an agenda, without any purpose, just to live and to have fun. It just makes things a lot more lighter and easier. And it sounds maybe a little bit, almost like children, this approach, but there's actually a lot more wisdom to it. Not without reason, dolphins have been revered by many civilizations going all the way back to the Greek antique because of the wisdom that they carry, this quality of very high intelligence and also playfulness. They're probably much more intelligent beings than humans. They have a much larger brain in relation to body mass. Their cognitive area of the brain is more developed than with humans, and they've been on this planet much longer than we have. So possibly these very sentient human beings may be more intelligent than we humans, and their society is peaceful. I've been swimming with dolphins now over 20 years, and I've never had the experience of being attacked. Yeah, they have many teeth in their mouth. I've never been attacked. I've never observed anybody being attacked. On the contrary, they come, they share, they play with us. They're curious. And it seems like many people in this day and age are also being contacted by them with pictographic images and pictures. They can create 5 to 6 sounds at the same time. Yeah, their system of communication is very highly developed. And they literally send each other, and possibly also humans, pictures and images in a trance-like state, so that we may come in contact with them to learn from them a more peaceful, playful way of existing as an intelligent society on this planet. And we're at a very critical time at this point now. As you know, it can tip this way, or it can tip this way into more peace, to more love, to more connectedness. And this, I think, is also one of their medicines for us, that we can learn how to do it and are able to do it.
Very nice. And what do you think is really healing? And why are you interested to be in our Heal Revolution? What is the reason for you, to be here? And also, what do you want to do in your way?
Just, I think, like many people, just help with what I can do to make our development as humans move on in a positive direction, to learn and to grow. We are only using a small amount of our potential, and it's wonderful. It's a great gift to be alive, and to just support this, that many people can come on a path of joy. And so healing generally for people in many ways is facilitated by the dolphins and whales. I experienced it myself, of course. We're always, usually the people who do healing work are usually the wounded healers. As I mentioned, it went much more rapidly for me, my personal development, through the being with the dolphins and whales. And I've observed it with many guests. I've been doing this for over 20 years, that come and spend time with the dolphins and the whales. I've had guests, people that I've worked with in the water, with birth defects, with cancer, with addictions, who have all experienced a substantial increase or even complete healing in their condition through being with the dolphins in the water, in their vicinity, also in the vicinity of the frequencies of the dolphins and the whales in the water. The frequencies that dolphins and whales emit are comparable to medicinal ultrasound. They're very high. Many of them we can't even hear. We humans hear up to a range of about 20,000 hertz. Dolphins and whales emit 2,000, 300,000 hertz. Not without reason are they being studied by, unfortunately, the major militaries of the world, because they want to take the dolphin and whale technology for submarines and underwater warfare, what is happening, development. But it just shows how highly developed the frequency communication system is of the dolphins and whales. This has also been studied, of course, and the frequencies penetrate not only our soul, in the sense that when you're with a dolphin in the water, you get a endorphin rush. You're very happy, you're very almost high, but also the frequencies really penetrate your cells. They go to the core of your cells, even to the DNS, and restructure your body, your physical being, and in this way help healing of bones, healing of tissue, help mental imbalances in many different ways. There's quite an amount of literature and research also on this. My book about dolphins and whales also, of course, gives links and references to this if people are further interested. So they are truly healers of the seas. Being in their present really does increase health in many ways. And also what I have observed over the years is that people find their purpose, their meaning. The major illness in the modern world in the West is depression. That's the illness number one, depression. People, and I'm not talking about having the blues for a day, but depression where people really don't even have energy anymore to enjoy their life, to sometimes get out of bed. That's the illness number one in our population in this day and age, because people have lost the connection to their being, to their innermost being, to their authentic being, who they are and what they are here for. And we are all here for a reason, otherwise we wouldn't be here. For one person, the reason may be to do writing, become an activist. For other people, the meaning may be, or what you are doing is very meaningful, Christina and Pauline. For other people, the reason to be may be simply in this lifetime to just enjoy, relax, take it easy. Yeah, maybe in another lifetime they were very active, had a lot of work, and it's good for some people to just slow down and enjoy. It's not so much about success and money. And if each person.
Yeah, I just feel that it is so true what you're telling.
Thank you.
I have the same experience.
Wonderful. Have you been with dolphins and whales ever?
Not yet, but I feel connected since, I wouldn't say ever, yeah? And I know I'm going to come to see them one day, and I have seen them from far distance. So, for example, I come from Spain as well. So I have seen them even in Mallorca this year. Just being there, watching the ocean, and I was so grateful. And another time I was on a boat and I saw them, and I never had heard that they were there. Afterwards, of course, I researched and saw, they're actually there, but you didn't know.
And how did you feel when you were aware of them, when you saw them? I can see it in your face, you're smiling. Exactly. Even thinking about dolphins causes people to smile and to be happy. It's almost a miracle. And I've observed over the years how people come out of their depression by encountering dolphins, being touched on a soul level by them, and find meaning in their life, find out who they are and what it is that is their gift. Each person has a gift, has a unique talent. If it's being humorous or being loving or a certain profession that they can give and share to the world. And honestly, if people were more, my belief is if people were more connected with who they are, who their uniqueness is, there would be also a lot less unemployment, a lot less troubles. It would be a bit more balanced maybe. So that is my contribution, that I am trying to give back what I have received in my healing process.
That is so interesting. I now just remembered I actually even took a boat out in a travel in New Zealand. I had forgotten that, to see dolphins in wildlife, and now I just remembered. And since I've been in New Zealand, I started to reflect more about life. So I started to travel more. I always loved to travel, but I always loved to work as well. So I never actually thought a lot about traveling more because I love to work. But then I started to feel like more, I can do both. I think it's going to be the right thing to do both. And I'm actually better than, I feel better than ever. I'm gratefuler than ever. Thank you so much for remembering me. And I think I'm going to visit you.
Gladly, you're most welcome. I'll be happy to see you here in Hawaii. And anybody else who wants to come here, can I repeat my homepage again?
Please do so.
Yeah, lisarainbow.com. And there's information there how you can contact me and how you can come here to this beautiful island area in the middle of the ocean.
Thank you so much. Is there anything else that you think is very, very important, just to heal and to get in connection with yourself?
Yes, and that also is something that I've learned from the dolphins, from their medicine. Do things that make you happy. Do activities that really just make you happy, that you enjoy doing. Yeah, they might also encompass some work. If you are tied in responsibilities, like many of us are, yeah, especially if you have children, it's hard to find time slots, but even starting with a little bit, write it in your calendar, write it in your agenda, you know, every day, do some, if it's just 10 minutes or half an hour, something without aim or goal, just to make you feel happy. Happiness should be everybody's number one priority, and not the happiness of other people, your happiness. Your happiness should be your number one priority. And I think I speak in that sense also for the dolphins.
I think so too. Thank you so much for your true words and sharing all you know and inviting us to experience, yeah, the world we sense that is connected to us.
Gladly, and thank you very much for doing this online conference to reach many people all over the globe in this day of internet.
Thank you. See you soon.
Aloha from Hawaii.